Hello from the Busy Needle. I'm up early this morning working on hand quilting on a quilt here. I am an insomniac and I am an early riser. So crafting is something I can do that I don't wake up the other people in my house that have a more normal schedule. I'm hand quilting on a quilt here that I pieced last summer. So today I want to talk to you about a question I get a lot, which is, what do you charge for your quilts? Would you make me a quilt? How much would it cost? Would you repair a quilt I have? I get many questions like that every week. And first, if you've never really been around quilting, let's keep in mind what it involves. When you do a quilt, you have to choose the fabrics or get the fabrics, buy the fabrics. You have to cut the pieces. You have to buy the pattern. You have to sew and piece all those together, the blocks that make up the quilt. And there could be several. I'm working on a quilt now, piecing one that's got 30 blocks. Then you set the blocks together, usually with sashing. You also have to cut, put all that together. Then it has to have a border. In this particular quilt, I have 3 borders, one of which I had to piece pieces for all these flying geese. And every one of these flying geese is 3 pieces of fabric. Put all that together. Get a backing fabric, because a quilt is a sandwich, a top fabric, batting, bottom fabric. Put all that together, baste it together, and then quilt it, either by hand, which I'm doing here, or by machine, both of which take skill and time. When you finish that, this has to be trimmed, and you have to make a binding piece, which is a really long piece that goes all the way around to put it together, to bind it. You have to sew that on by machine. Then you have to hand sew it down on the back, which is my absolute least favorite part of the process. Hundreds, if not thousands of hours go into a traditional quilt. I can't imagine what I would even begin to charge for something like that. I can't imagine taking cash for that unless somebody in my family was starving or dying and needed the money. So when someone does a quilt for you, or you get someone's quilt, I want you to think about that sometimes. You know, quilts are to be cherished, they're to be used. A quilt is fabric and it's going to wear out, just like a pair of pants or a hat or anything that you use, it'll wear out. But you should remember, if someone makes you a quilt, it's because they really think a lot of you. I wouldn't just give a quilt to a casual acquaintance. That'd be somebody, that just wouldn't happen. There's a lot of work in that, and they should be appreciated. And again, they should be used, but I don't think they should be thrown on the floor as a dog blanket. They shouldn't be took out to have picnics on, that sort of thing. A true quilt somebody spent time and effort on is to be used to keep you warm, used as a bedspread, that kind of thing. So I hope you all have a good day from the Busy Needle, and God bless.